Y'all done my first song was like 48 bars with no hook. You hear me flipping through my pages out my favorite notebook. The microphone was in the closet, no headphones, we lost it. Go here to get some water, roaches hanging over the faucet. No AC, tears a breaker, sweat just trying to make beats. E-Dub was been a hustler, flirting with all his customers and flat broke. Nappy smoking black side on the back boat. I'm thinking I got everything a country boy can ask for.
Now what we do to get here?
Say that, boy.
Lay it down and bring it to you raw.
Say that, boy.
Hey, now we heard some, suffered for more. Change what we work for. Hated for the cussing, but the hatred it made us cuss more. Held on when it was hard. Stepped up, took charge. Ran through what we scared of. What was we afraid for? Look at what we made of. Hard to have done made us. Being here is alright, but must believe we want more.
On the ride, with the big fat wheels on the side, with the dirty cow grills on the ride, and them country boys, hell no, boy, y'all do nothing dirty fat wheels, hell no, boy, y'all do nothing dirty cow hell no.
What's up, everybody? This is the Power Check, week 31, and we got a special guest tonight, but first, I'm going to introduce my co-host.
What's up, everybody? Man, this is a good one tonight.
Mr. Shaun Keyy. What's up, brother?
Still on the clock, you know what I mean? Never stops.
Yeah, man, getting it done. Man, we got a real special show tonight with a legend, man. One of the forefathers of this thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy he could be here with us.
Agreed, man.
Fish Scales of Nappy Roots.
Yo.
Can you hear us, brother? Can you hear us?
I don't think you can hear it.
You can't hear?
Yeah, I ain't getting nothing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you may have to refresh.
Hit refresh. Hit refresh.
I don't know. That's weird. I heard it earlier.
Hit refresh.
Oh.
Like restart.
Can you hear me?
No.
Damn. All right, refresh. All right, let me try.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if it'll work. There we go.
We're gonna get it right, guys. He's coming back in.
Man.
Hear it now.
Yo, can you hear us?
There we go.
Yo, what up? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Man, StreamYard just does that sometimes with everybody, bro.
It's all good, man. It's Wednesday night, ATL. It's a chill night. Got plenty of time.
Yeah, man. So how you doing, man? How you been? What's been going on in your life, man?
I'm good, man. Just at the moment celebrating the release of the latest video. We ain't have a lot featuring Pink Beard, you know, and for some reason, you know, we could say it's the song, we could say it's the marketing strategy, but a lot of people who listened to Nappy Roots 20 years ago are resurfacing and kind of relating to this record. So, you know, it's keeping us busy and we happy with the response that we're getting from it.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man,
go ahead, Shaun.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, yeah, and you said resurfacing, man. We still listen. You know what I mean?
Hey,
and
that's what's up.
coming up, man. You know, I feel like that's really what paved the way for country rap. You know, the people that a lot of people sleep on. You know, it really just opened doors. That's what started off. You know, people.
Yeah.
You know, seeing that it was a lane to actually rap about how they really live. You know, and there's people that live all different types of lifestyles. So to see someone put on for the country side of rap, it just was, you know, it's a good thing. And I think it inspired others to, you know, to go down that same path. So
Yeah, we was in it, man. Like shout out to Bubba Sparks, um, Petey Pablo,
Right.
uh, a lot of rappers who get Nelly, Country Grammar. You know, a lot of artists paved the way right before us and right during us. And it's like we just happen to be a part of that journey because it ain't even just really this country rap. It's kind of like more rural rap, you know, outside of New York, outside of Atlanta and Houston and LA. Is a lot of areas that need to be represented. That's how you got Nelly from St. Louis and you got Nappy Roots from Kentucky. So it was rural America that wanted to be represented. And
Yeah.
they, you know, the early
Right.
2000s, that music did it for them.
Yeah. I still say it, man. Was probably the. I ain't knocking nobody. There's a lot of artists I still like today, but the early 2000s, man, that's what I love to listen to that era of music,
For
man.
real.
It's just to me that was good music.
Yeah,
You
did you
know,
listen
maybe
to
I'm
the
biased
crunk
because that
era
was,
too?
huh?
Did you also move because it kind of did the we did the early 2000s and then it kind of moved into the crunk era right after us, you know, which all kind of blended together, but you know the early 2000s was different, definitely.
Yeah, man, Atlanta kind of really took over, man. That southern hip hop, southern rap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
saying? Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, and you know you had Luda and a bunch of other folks. Man, it just really turned into a whole thing. You know?
Right, right. Yeah. Now we just
Yeah.
happen to be a part of it, man. Even Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll was around back then. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you had
Right.
Tennessee was doing it. It was a whole culture that we grew up in. And, you know, country rap. What we want is to make sure people don't think we're jumping on a trend or that we're trying to ride a wave that we haven't been trying to put out. You know, we've been a part of the country rap scene.
Yeah.
We've done
Right.
songs with a lot of people. I'll tell you one project we did a lot of people don't know about, Lady Killers. You know, and it's kind of in the same vein too of the, you know, very instrumental hip hop that we've tried to make, you know, very musical hip hop.
Yeah.
Right. Well, take us back, man. Take us back to the very beginning. So how did Nappy Roots get formed, and what does the name mean? You know, just the meaning behind it.
Well, the name goes way back, man. We heard it in a song that Lauren Hill was on, and I
Mm.
can't remember the exact words. Fuji's, their first album. It says something about head full of nappy roots. And Skinny and Clutch, they was just college kids, you know, trying to figure out the college life. And, you know, that became part of their identity. They just stopped cutting their hair. The clippers broke, stopped cutting their hair, and they just rolled with nappy roots. You know, a lot of this stuff, man, it takes luck. And I think that name is one of the most amazing names. Even before I joined the group, I thought Nappy Roots, yo, this is the coolest thing ever. But it all started back in college, West Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky, West Kentucky University. And each year a new member would come in and we all rapped. Like we all really wanted to be rappers. We all were solo artists who just came together and said it would be a lot better if if we formed a group. And we put out one
Right.
tape. It was called Country Fried Cess. And a couple of months after putting that tape out, man, we got a call from an A&R from Atlantic Records. And you know, he signed us around 97, late 97, and we didn't actually come out till 2002. So it's a whole journey within that time of just trying to prove to Atlantic Records that we could make a record that could sell. And fortunately, this was the time where groups was doing well. You had Buster Rhymes, had Flip Mode Squad, Nelly was bringing out Saint Lunatics. Everybody had a crew, but our crew, Wu Tang led the way, of course. But our crew was organic. We all was, you know, we weren't put together by anybody. We was just friends and brothers who went to college together, who loved each other and wanted to make music. And it was deeper than rap at that point. You know, we was sleeping in the same, we was sleeping on couches and on floors together. And we built a bond, man,
Right.
that's still strong to this day.
So, what do you think took it to that next level to reach the amount of success y'all did? Like y'all really global. You know, y'all was everywhere, man, in everybody's speakers. You know.
Yeah, I think timing had something to do with it. You know, we came right after Cash Money, and Cash Money, you know what they were about. You know,
Yeah.
they was about money. They was all about Cash Money. And I think people, this was around 9/11 as well. So I think people had become more humble, and people
Right.
were looking for something more, more down to earth, something more for the common working man. And that's what Nappy Roots represented in songs like All Nah and Po Folks. You know,
Yeah.
literally the title is called Po Folks. And the album
Right.
was Watermelon Chicken and Grits. So these was things that the average man could relate to, as opposed to, we wasn't preaching selling drugs or, you know, balling. We was balling on the budget. And I think a lot of people related to that. And we were college kids, which, kind of it was safer. You know, people felt
Yeah.
safe. They realized we were really good guys, and they could relate to it.
How did that song "Po Folks" come about? Like, how did that happen? You know what I mean?
Was shout out to Track Boys out of St. Louis. They produced that track. And it just came together, man. When we first did it, Anthony Hamilton wasn't even on it.
Ah.
Uh yeah, we
Yeah,
went gold.
that's actually still my favorite song to this day, man. I really,
Yeah.
I mean, it just, I don't know, man. Just the video, really, the video just really
Yeah.
reaches out and grabs you. You
Right. You
know.
felt at home, right? Like you felt like, okay, I can hang
Mm.
with these guys. They literally hanging in the field, look like they're having the time of their life. Yeah, that was Taylorsville, Kentucky, too. Literally at Ron Clutch's grandparents' house.
Yeah.
So it was really some down home stuff. But we made that song, we went gold. And after we went gold, we decided to shoot a video for it, and that's when Anthony Hamilton got on it, and it went straight up from there.
Yeah, man.
And
How was that working with him? I know that had to be
oh,
awesome.
amazing, amazing, man. And I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you this, but we do have a single coming out soon with Anthony Hamilton on. We
Okay.
reunited. Yeah, we got
Man,
actually really soon. Really soon, we have a record with Anthony. To follow up the Pink Beard record. We ain't have a lot. So we just hitting them, man. We trying to hit you with the best music we could possibly make. And this time we're going out, reaching out to our friends and asking for some help on the hooks and on the production and, bringing some of that old sound back, but also Nappy Roots has created a whole new sound for ourselves. So,
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good,
keeping it
man. I mean,
going.
changing with the times. That's how people hang around. You know what I mean? And just, but I think the people are going to be excited and it all just to see, like a lot of these, artists are coming back out. So it's cool
Yeah,
to see. Like I said, I grew up listening to all, even Anthony, Hamilton. I mean, just his voice is powerful, man. So he really
yeah.
reaches out and grabs you when you hear his voice come on a song. You know, you're going to listen to it. So,
Yeah, and my thing has always been this: we're not trying to bring nothing back. Like we trying to
right.
give you Nappy Roots 2026, who we are
Mhm.
at this
Right.
stage.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're proud of where we at. We're proud of what we contributed to hip hop, but we
Right.
feel like we still got some things to say.
Right. Man,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And
And in the country rap lane, I don't know if you're aware, but there's like a whole network of people. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
and social media has took it there. You know what I mean? And like you guys are one of the people that they really attribute as
Mm.
the spark that started the flame for it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's dope, man. I'm
People
I'm
they mention y'all
I'm
all the
happy to hear
time.
that.
You know?
That's dope. Well, we was just at the CMA Fest and we felt the love, man. We felt the love and respect. And I'm happy for it, man. I'm happy to be a part of a lot of people's journey
Yeah.
into music. I'm happy to be the introduction to a lot of people, for a lot of people into music. We hear that all the time. Like Nappy Roots was my first CD I bought. It
Yeah.
was the first album my mother let me listen to on the way to school. We get a lot of that. And fortunately, we crossed a lot of generations where we hear people say, "My grandma loves y'all," and I'm
Right.
cool with that. That means we really crossed over generations, and we apparently be are doing something right.
Yeah, man. I definitely agree. So what this show is, we do power rankings every week, and it changes every week, and we're just going to discuss these artists. I don't know if you're familiar with them or whatnot, but we got you on there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Um, so we're going to start it out at number 5. Let me just change the screen.
that's some cool looking guys right there.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's my guy, man.
So you know Justin?
Yeah, yeah, we rock with Justin. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He
Oh,
he he really does his thing, man. He got a good show, you know what I'm saying, the Redneck Rave, and he's
yeah,
Right.
great on social media, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, he
Um
grinds, man. You got to respect his hustle.
mhm. So we're going to play a song by him too. Like I said, we picked him for number 5 because of his motion, his dedication, and he's just
Yeah.
everywhere in the lane, you know what I'm saying? So
Hey, I support you on that pick.
so this right here is Dollar Signs by Who the Fuck Is Just in Time.
Time. Bitch, you know we ain't the same. Mud all on my Chevrolet. I'm feeling like I'm Gucci Mane. I hit you with this block of flame. Now we got you switching lanes. I give a fuck about what you say. Who the fuck is just in time? Bitch, you know I'm never late. It's dollar signs, moonshine, and some copper lines, double wise. Outside selling nicks and dimes, shift and drive. Burning tires, Chevy sitting high. Skip the line. I'm never late. I'm always just in time. Dollar signs, moonshine, and some copper lines. Outside selling nicks and dimes, shift and drive. Burning tires, Chevy sitting high. Skip the line. I'm never late, I'm always just in time. Dollar signs, I go get it. People switching sides, a lot of lies. Quit your bitch and watch you come outside. I'm down to ride. We ain't missing hit 'em, Columbine, you never slide. Shit hit different when they take your life. Booming like it's tannerite. Bitch, you know I'm heating up. Get your shine, lift up your cup. Pen had a big old pickup. Never had it headed, so I ran and grabbed it out the mud. Understand the value of a dollar, keep that shit above. You just cry, said that shit way too many times. You just lie, tried to sell it, can't get any buys, can't survive without the fence that you hide behind. I'm out here in the trenches, and that's with all the guys. Moonshine and some copper lines.
Yeah, man. So what you think about that?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I know Justin. I know he come hard with it. I've heard songs. Well, we done shows with him, so I know his energy is there. I like it. I like it. It's coming
Yeah.
Right.
hard. I think it'll be great at the show.
Oh
I think
yeah.
that's definitely a show record. He come
So
out with the grills and all that. I know he's gonna turn that one up.
So have the people like Justin Time, like um do you plan on doing any features with folks like that that's in the country rap lane or?
Yeah, of course, Bubba. I got songs with Bubba, but plan on doing more. Dusty Lee, just
Yeah.
in time, hit me up, brother. Let's work. Nappy ready to work. Big Buzz. I don't know if y'all know Big Buzz.
Oh, I know Buzz.
Got
I know Big Buzz. Big
yeah.
Cuz.
Big Buzz. Wow, that's a wild one right there. I
He
love that
is,
dude
man.
Yep.
though. But we got
501 Bryce will
records.
be a good one too, for
Yeah, I
sure.
think my producer 808 Blake, I think he's reached out to a few people, and I don't want to mess anybody's names up, so I ain't sure exactly who, but I think 501 is one of the people he's reached out to. If he hadn't, we down to work, man. Like we
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
work mode.
they actually were going to reach out to you, so I spoke with them. They were going to
Oh,
reach out to you
word.
guys too. So that would definitely be so, line that up, man. That'd be something good to line up
We in
for sure.
ATL, plenty of studios, plenty of studios. Let's get it.
Man, and if there's
I'm down.
somebody in the country rap lane you want to work with, we might be able to, get that info or whatnot and try to help
Yeah,
you
we can
line it
line
up,
that up.
you know?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get y'all contact when we get out of here, man, and make that happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
man.
That's what the fans want to see, man, for sure. They want to see it, and I know you say y'all got more coming, so I mean, I know you probably can't share every detail, but I know they're pumped and ready to see more, and
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
big features. Of course, everybody wants to see it, their favorites working together, but like,
right.
what about shows? I mean, do y'all plan on, jumping in on some of the hottest stages within the country rap lane?
Yo, I'm glad you said that, bro. That's a part of it. We realize that people want to see that. At this stage, we're more of a legacy act. We new music is great. People do tune into it, and they're tuning into this record more than any of our underground stuff in recent years. So this record is picking up traction. But we're realizing that big features, like featuring with artists from our time, people really enjoy seeing that. And
Yeah.
and and like you say, going on the road doing shows during the CMA, we brought out Bubba.
Mm.
In the middle of our set, we brought out Bubba, and he killed it. Of course, he did two songs, killed the crowd. But that we realized that's probably the best way for artists our age to tour. Give people hit the road, give them about 3 or 4 hours of good nostalgic music. You
Right.
know, and so we are working on that. I don't want to say too many names, but I would love for Bubba to be with us. Man, I would love for groups like Goody Mob, Bone,
Mm.
um,
Man,
to give people that era of music. Anthony Hamilton, and some new artists as well, who's also in that vein of music. But can you imagine that, man? Like that's 4 hours of great music. Petey
man,
Pablo,
it
That'd
definitely
be
would be a show
amazing.
that I would
yeah,
pay to go
and
see, and I'm sure many others would.
yeah, and real quick, like one thing about us older artists, we have a lot of, especially from our era, we have a lot of appreciation for the audience. Like
Yeah.
we understand, we've seen the ups and downs in the game. So if we get a packed house or a semi-packed house, we really appreciate that, man. And we
Right.
go hard for the audience. We do our best show. We give it all we got, man. And I think, hats off to the artists from my era because I've seen it. I've seen them perform and seen how even Juvenile, like I go to like artists like Juvenile are putting on great shows right now.
Yeah.
Right now
And
you can go
and
see great
and
shows.
as older artists that have made that nostalgia music, you know what I'm saying? I really feel like y'all probably want to put out a bunch of new music and get people on that.
Yeah,
But the thing is, bro, y'all have created songs that will live 100 years, man. That
Right.
that the majority of these artists will never create those type of songs. They're just
yeah,
timeless. You know what I'm saying?
And they're
right.
timeless because they make you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
The songs that make you say, "Man, I can relate to that." Those are the
Yeah,
songs that live on. It brings back your childhood memories, man. And
Hmm.
yeah. And you go ahead, my bad.
no, you're good. That's why I was ending it right there.
Yeah. Well, I think, and that was the time. I don't think we'll ever have that again for real because there's so much music now. For
Right.
us in the early 2000s, mid 90s, when I was in college, it was a treat. It was such a big deal when somebody got whatever new CD it was,
Yeah.
and one of our friends had a car where we could just ride just to smoke and listen to the music. Like
Right.
that's what that ride was all about. Or I would go over somebody's house just to hear the new CD. Those times are kind of gone. You won't people people aren't riding around all at once listening to the same song like it
Mm.
was in our era.
You're
You know,
right.
no two people are pulling up at a light listening to the same song. You know, in
Right.
Atlanta, Future might have it like that. I mean,
I I
everybody
feel
plays
I feel
Future,
like
but
it's so hard to make a new song for make a song like y'all made back in the day now,
yeah,
because the world isn't how it was back then. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I mean, we live different kinds of lives. You know, we got social media, technology, everything's so fast.
so fast, so
You
fast.
know?
So you don't get to fall in love with the artist like you used to.
Right.
Yeah,
You don't get to have the mystique that you used to have. Where you get a magazine and that's all you got for the month on this artist. You know, and
yeah.
you
Right.
read that magazine, you might have read it 3 or 4 times, looked at the pictures over and over just to see if you see something different. But now you seeing the artist go live every day. Like you know what
Right.
his
Mm-hmm.
house look like, you know everything about him. So, you know, that day is kind of gone. I asked my friends, like, how do you even make a hit record? What is a hit record in today's world?
Right.
You know, again, there's no two cars riding down the street listening to the same song.
Well, they like to gauge it based on how much engagement it got. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nowadays, you know, like I mean, you can have a sexy red just pop out and say something crazy, and it's the next
It's
viral
content.
hit. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but
And then
It's content over music, kind of. It's
yeah.
kind of what it
Yeah.
is. People listen to shorts. Even I'm a victim of it too, man. I need it short. 3 minutes is almost too long. You
you
know.
know
Right.
what I want to see, bro? You know how the Wu-Tang Clan, they got that TV show, about them.
Yeah.
Man, I'd love to see that with Nappy Roots, man.
Oh man.
You know,
I don't know if I would. I don't
like
know.
it
Well,
like it
Um,
look.
start out at the college, you know, and all that, and
it will
yeah,
be a
just
great show. It'll be a great show because there's so many characters involved.
hmm
And
Well, another thing too, when we were growing up, I don't know about you, but man, you remember when you used to wait in line the day the album was dropping at the CD store, and when you go
yeah,
in, you didn't just buy the CD, you had to go up and listen to the little preview on the headset, and you know it's
yeah,
kind of the same way because you only get 30 seconds of the song, and you're like, dang, I gotta buy it, I want to hear more,
yeah,
you know. So
yeah,
if you would usually you'd walk in there and buy several albums, man, and you know today nowadays they can just go in there and they can buy a certain song, and instead of
right.
having to buy the whole
mm,
album to get to hear that one song, you know.
Body
And
of work, yeah,
yeah, so I feel like it kind of robbed the artist, and plus I like being able to hold something, to hold on to it because you can look back at all the CDs and say, man, I remember, you know, that's a memory, and you
yeah,
know, on your phone you
yeah,
might have to re-download it when you get a new a new phone, or
yeah,
you know, it's just not the same, man.
yeah. It's weird. It's tough for the artists because people are listening to more music than they ever have. It's just they're getting it for so cheap, and they're even getting a cheaper version of the music. MP3s, you getting music squished down. But it's kind of is what it is. As artists, Nappy Roots, we have to say, okay, this is where the river is going. We got to learn to swim in that direction without compromising ourselves. And that's why
yeah,
we're still putting out music. And a lot of artists, a lot of groups from our time period, aren't around anymore, or at least they
Right.
aren't putting music out. And I'm proud to say we're still here as a group putting out music.
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment in itself, you know.
hmm
So
Yeah, man, it's a lot, man, and I really like the song that we put out. I feel like it represents us. Um, and if you go back through from 2010 to right now, we put out about 7 albums, and
yeah,
all of them has a country feel to it. It has an
right.
organic Nappy Roots, Kentucky, backwoods Georgia feel to it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's man. It's just like I said. It's classic. It's classic. Even seeing y'all still putting out music. It's still just like I said. It's always gonna have that lifeless feeling to it. Like they're just gonna live on forever. You know,
Yeah,
and
man.
it's not many artists that really can do that. So that's why I said, man, you really gotta you hold on to that and cherish that, because if you can hang around that long and still make songs that everybody wants to listen to and they want you to come do music, man, you succeeded. No matter how much
Yeah.
money you made, you
I
succeeded.
appreciate it. I
Yeah,
appreciate it because it's not easy. We're up in age. It's not easy finding motivation to keep doing it. There's so many other things going on in our lives. We got families. We're not the
fact,
kids sleeping on the couch anymore. I can't
fact.
do it. I just can't sleep on the couch like I used to. Doing 30 cities in 10 days, that's we're in a different space as Nappy Roots. So we're grateful that people like you all still want to interview us. We're
Hmm.
grateful that people are showing up to shows, and we're grateful for all the people who have checked out the new song, man. Like we don't take any of this stuff for granted uh,
Right. A lot
anymore.
of artists, don't realize. I mean, a lot of people don't realize the stuff behind the scenes. But even artists that are doing shows on the weekends, man, could you? I mean, 30 shows in 10 days. That would be crazy. You know what I
Crazy.
mean? Like, what was that
Yeah, no,
experience like? Was the pressure on, or was it just that was your young years and y'all enjoyed it, or was it tough at times?
I was definitely tough at times, and it was the young years. We stayed on the road for 6 months at one time when we was pushing all now. Um, we pushed that record for over 6 months, going everywhere, just jumping in the 12 passenger van and going everywhere we could, but we believed in it. So it wasn't, and we weren't solo artists. We was a group at this point. So if I wasn't feeling it for a day, somebody else in the group was, so we leaned on each other. I can't imagine being a solo artist and having to do what we went through because, I just can't imagine being on that stage by
I
myself,
agree.
and I never would want to. But the fact that we had a group, we had 6 members, we motivated each other. It
Yeah, that's
definitely was a team. So, but the travel city to city, a lot of fights, a lot of fussing, but
yeah.
some great music came out of it.
Right. So, what would you say, like, your most memorable show or moment out of in the when y'all was really doing touring like that? What was the most memorable moment that you just look back and just like, man, that was the best feeling ever?
It's a lot, man. But I'm gonna say, um, going to Baghdad and hitting the stage for the troops. I think they had just took over the Baghdad International Airport, so a lot of soldiers were staying in the hangar, and we get right off the plane and go straight in. And this is 2003, so this supposedly right after the war,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iraq war. But we get off the plane. We were the biggest of the biggest acts at the time. Kid Rock, Robert De Niro, all of these people, and we were the first to hit the stage. And the soldiers went crazy. They actually asked for us. Like we were one of the top names that they asked to come visit with the USO tour. And we get off stage, man, and they just go crazy. They go crazy for us. And that was a moment where I felt like, okay, I'm really doing something that's big. I'm supporting something that's bigger than me. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
contributing. I'm contributing my music while they're contributing something much bigger than music. Their lives are on the line, but I can give them a brief moment of happiness. A brief relief from what they're actually dealing with. Because I'm gonna get on a plane and get right back out of there ASAP. Actually, because it was not easy over there, but for me to give them a gift of music and to have the music to gift them with, it was a
Yeah.
great feeling, man. It was a great
I bet
feeling.
I know that had to be a real intense, but at the same time good
Intense.
feeling. But
Hell
so
yeah.
what was it like? Because y'all's songs were everywhere. What was it like just being out and hearing your song, something that you wrote,
Or
and
just
it being
looking at
everywhere?
BET, like looking at BET and you're just your videos on there. You know what I'm saying?
That had to be
I
a good
mean,
feeling.
it's a crazy feeling. One of the best feelings was riding. We would go from Kentucky to Atlanta all the time. So one trip, just going from Bowling Green, Kentucky to Atlanta, we're riding through Nashville and they just throw our record. This is probably the first time they play our record. And they like, we got a song from Nappy Roots out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. And it comes on and, we're in a major city, passing through a major city. We didn't call anybody. We didn't say anything. And our music comes on while we just happen to be listening. And it was amazing. Oh, the feeling was great to just a payoff. We had been doing music for 5 years without really getting any recognition for it, outside of Bowling Green. So it was just amazing to know that a major city like Nashville, everybody is potentially listening to our record at the same time. And that goes back to you pulling up to a light and the person next to you is probably listening to the same music you are. So
Right. Yeah.
and that was great. But I tell you, a lot of the stuff, we was really down home country boys. So pretty much Atlantic Records was New York and LA.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we brought them to Bowling Green, Kentucky. And and once they fell in love with Nappy Roots, it was time for us to leave Bowling Green. And a part of me didn't want to leave for real. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really in love with I was Kentucky, it just felt right. We were big fish in a little pond. And it just became home. And leaving that is just you had no idea what was gonna happen. Even though I believed in Nappy Roots, we knew it was gonna happen. It was just a matter of time when. But it wasn't easy leaving Kentucky, knowing you probably never come back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I never did. I left. I went on tour, our first promo tour. I left my little apartment. It was a one room apartment, and I never went back to it. Clothes
Mm,
and all. Left my car and everything. Just never went back.
Man,
mm.
that's that
Yeah,
that's
it was the beginning of something different, and we all knew it. We all knew. Okay, this trip that we're about to take, on that 6 month trip I told you about, we knew, life was about to change.
Yeah.
so. If you could give artists coming up right now, like the independent guys or the guys that are trying to get to that level, some advice or motivation, I'd say, what would that be?
Um, Understand money. Back in the day, people would tell you understand the music business. I think understand money because you are selling a product. Understand sales as well. But you're selling a product, man. Whether you're selling burgers, hot dogs, beer, verses, songs, content, you got to find a way to market it and get it out. So be smart about that. Don't, in our era, it was just about, man, if you was good at rapping, you probably got a shot. Somebody would hear you and give you a shot. Today's world is different. People are checking numbers. I
Yeah.
want to see
Right.
how many numbers did you get,
Yeah. It's
and
not even
and
about talent
numbers
anymore.
matter. Yeah, I say less about talent,
Yeah.
but numbers matter, and that's business. If you want to make money, then you got to be aware of the numbers that you're dealing with, and it's possible, man, because anybody can go on Google and buy ads. They don't ask you what color you are. They don't ask you. They don't even ask you if you're a felon or not. You got the money, you can buy ads.
Yeah.
Right.
You can go on Facebook, you can go on YouTube, you can buy ads to promote, but at some point you do have to have a good product,
Right.
So keep working on your craft, but understand it takes money to really get the whole world to hear your music. It's
Right.
not gonna
Presentation
happen
too.
without that.
How you present
Presentation.
yourself, and how you carry yourself, uh, on and off, like out in the world and behind the scenes. I mean, I feel like that matters too.
Yeah. Well, one thing about us that really helped, like I said earlier, we was college kids. People felt safe, and we still carry that same identity. We're safe, classic hip hop,
Yeah.
and we take pride in that. That people can book us and not worry about us being on time, not worry about violence breaking out, not
Right.
worry about any drama, beef that we may have with anybody because we don't do that. Um, and that's what has helped us over the years, man.
Yeah.
That we have treated people right, and we have kept, we have taken our job seriously. We show up to do a job. And nobody wants to be around drama, man. If you're
Right.
coming around and you're bringing a lot of drama, you will slowly see people get away from you.
Yeah.
And we have always tried to bring positive energy. We don't care who's in the crowd, what color the crowd is, what your political preference is. We come to give you nappy roots,
Right.
and that's what we stand on at all times. And if people relate to that, fortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like seeing because to me the artists that stay out of the way, it's in everything. Like even the athletes that stay out of the way and don't get into the media and stuff like that. I feel like those guys are about business and the longevity of their careers will last longer. So
Yeah. Yeah, well, some artists are good at speaking out on it. Some
right,
ain't, to each his own.
right, yeah.
Nappy Roots have been around for 30 years, and I think we have a good idea of how we should, move as
Carry
Nappy Roots.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it shows in your music, man. Y'all got that good
Thank you.
family, just blue collar type people that just work hard, and you see it in your music, you see it
Yeah.
in the way you carry yourself.
Thank
So
you, man. That's a
and
huge compliment, man. That's a big compliment. Thank you.
uh,
One of the commenters said, "Ask him about Atlanta Tucky Brewing, the group's brewery in Atlanta."
Atlanta. I You said Atlanta, Tucky. Everybody gets it wrong the first
My
two or three
bad.
times. No, you good. You good. I spend my day correcting people with this one, but once you get it, it's a beautiful name. It's Atlanta Brewing.
Atlanta.
Yeah, so we make beer now. We have a brewery downtown Atlanta, Georgia. And it's amazing, man. I'm super proud of what we built with Atlanta. It's almost one of them things you have to see it to fully understand it. But there's pictures online where you get a grasp where I'm the head brewer. Me and Skinny, we make beer. Shout out to Angie, who also makes beer with us. But we make beer. We have 14 beers on tap. We also have pizza that we make in house. Everything's made in house, from the blue cheese to ranch, the Caesar dressing.
Mm,
I
Everything we
try that.
make, and it's all beer marinated.
Oh
Everything's
man,
marinated in beer. Like I say, today I was
that's
a brew
awesome.
day. We make beer today, so I'm just getting home from making beer. But we take this just as serious as we take making music.
Yeah.
And I promise you, man, Atlanta is slowly becoming a huge staple in Atlanta, Georgia, west end of Georgia, where west end of Atlanta, sorry. But Atlanta, if you don't know, rappers play a major part in Atlanta. And not just from their influence on TV or riding around the city. They actually have businesses all over Atlanta.
really?
Yeah.
Down the street from us, you got Two Chains got a business. Pastor Troy got a business. Ti, Killer Mike, they got several businesses down the street. Cam Newton, he's not a rapper, but he represents hip hop.
Yeah.
Um, I know him, Candace Burris from Real House from Escape.
Yeah,
So many artists had so much influence in Atlanta, and we're just happy to be the only black-owned brewery in the state of Georgia.
Mm,
And we're owned by Nappy Roots. We own it.
that's
We're the
awesome.
ones that run it. We're there every day making beer, serving customers. We're there. So if you're ever in Atlanta, we're one block north, one block south of Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
man, that's
Where World
awesome.
Cup. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Well,
Pretty cool.
Kentucky got some good shine too. You ever dabbled in some shine?
I've had my share of shine early on in life, bro. But I
Yeah,
do respect it because I'm from Milledgeville, Georgia, and
yeah,
shine is a way of life. I get it. And you got to introduce me to some products then. I'll try
oh
some
yeah,
shine.
yeah.
I've had some good South Carolina shine. Um, a whole bunch of South Carolina shine,
West
actually.
Tennessee's got some good shine too, for sure. But Kentucky's got it, definitely got it. West
I bet
What?
they
Virginia,
Well,
do.
Memphis.
Kentucky, man. I'm from Dublin, Georgia. I was born and
What?
raised there. You know where Dublin's at?
Yeah, that's right below Millersville. That's
Yeah,
where I'm from, Millicent.
I was born and raised there, but now for the past like 13, 14 years, I've been in Bardstown, Kentucky, and it's the bourbon capital of the whole
All
world.
bourbon, yeah.
Yeah,
And that's probably why I don't do shine because like you do bourbon in Kentucky.
yeah. I don't drink though. You know what I mean? I don't drink, but they take it real serious here. There's distilleries everywhere.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
No, it's the culture. Just like Atlanta is hip hop culture, Kentucky is bourbon and horses.
it really
yeah.
You
is.
know.
I mean, I know hip hop started like in New York in the Bronx and everything, but Atlanta is like the hub.
Atlanta took over.
Yeah,
Atlanta
bro.
definitely
Yeah.
took over.
Outkast, Goody Mob, they planted some seeds. You know, it was some artists before them as well, but those guys, Dungeon Family, they
Mm,
planted a seed that just birthed a lot of different kind of sounding music, you know,
yeah.
some unique hip hop where it ain't just street trap music. There's a lot of unique hip hop that comes out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and do number four. Get back to
Okay.
this power check. Let me just put us over here. And number four is Miss Savannah Dexter, and
Okay.
you know who she is.
Nah, I do not.
So
Unfortunately, I don't.
she actually dates Justin Time.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
man.
is that,
We're gonna play, and she's probably like one of the biggest. She's the female in country rap. You know what I'm saying right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Savannah Dexter. Where is she from?
I know she lives in
Florida.
Florida, but I don't know if she's from Florida.
Okay. Interesting. I look forward to hearing this.
No, that's not it. Hold on. Here it
I
is.
was thinking, okay.
Pick a bitch, I don't give a damn who it is. I'ma set that bitch straight. First place, but you can't be replaced. Y'all copycat hoes stuck on replay. I don't give a fuck what she say, bitch. Couldn't walk what she talk if I gave her a knee brace. Meanwhile, I'm stepping out these East days. Broke bitch, I know you can't relate. Bitch, please, I'm out of your league. You against me ain't even a debate. You a BOGO bitch with a rebate. What's an A5 Wagyu to a cheesesteak? Say, bitch, just shut your mouth. You and I both know you ain't got no clout. You went viral, I sell shows out. I've been that bitch. I've been that bitch. I've been that bitch. How many bitches tryna be me? They got my style on repeat. I've been that bitch. I've been that bitch. Who the fuck?
Yo, I was listening. I still hear you. My bad. Ah, my bad. My bad. Okay. Yeah, I heard that. Damn, she can flow.
Yeah, she be spitting. She really be singing a lot more than spitting. You know what I'm saying?
well,
But
she'll
Yeah.
rap when she needs to.
yeah, she'll rap though.
Yo, she spent like that's that she got that young energy. Like that's the flow. I couldn't even get to that speed. Like she was really snapping with it. Yeah, Justin, they got something going with that one.
Yeah,
I can imagine at the rave, they go crazy when she come out.
man, they're
Yeah,
about to
definitely.
have a redneck rave prom. It's gonna be like a prom in a field.
Let me tell you, man, we did a tour with the Lax.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
we
Yeah.
went on tour with the Lax, and the tour was called the Deplorables Tour.
Mm,
Yo, it was one of the craziest times in my hip hop career. It was people who probably everything in life, or a lot of things in life, we probably disagreed on,
yeah,
and we was performing in front of, several nights in front of a big crowd of people who come from a different background. probably even
Sure.
a different political perspective, but we united, man. It was one of the greatest times in Nappy Roots' career. It's a lot of Confederate flags, a lot of everything. But by the time we got off stage, we were friends with the crowd, man. And
Yeah.
and I think it's something to music, it's something to sports, it's something that we all can get behind and let go of our differences. And that was one of the
Right.
greatest experiences for me going on tour with the Lax and my brother Demon Jones, man. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
Demon.
Demon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
Demon's a
veterans.
solid dude.
They're yeah, man.
Yeah.
And
Can somebody shut this door?
the political climate for Southern hip hop was way different now than it was back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like politics is way different now. People take it so
Yeah.
serious. You know?
Right. So serious, man. It's identity politics. And I try to remind myself that maybe it's been like this always. We're just old enough to recognize it now. So,
Yeah.
I'm not one of them guys who say the world is ending, or we're living in the worst times. I just don't agree with that. It's just things are highlighted more because of social media and there's a
Yeah.
camera everywhere you turn. But, I try to find positive on the internet always.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a
With,
choice you got to make. That's a choice you can make.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right,
Yeah.
man.
I don't really do the politics, man. You know
Uh,
what I mean?
when
Peace,
if you
man, to
notice,
everybody. Peace to
yeah,
everybody, bro.
anytime you mention politics, it's going to be a debate or it's going to be someone getting offended, and it's just, to me, it's just
Yeah.
better to leave it out. I mean,
Yeah.
that's my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, in your household, go all in, man. The values that you want your family to have, go all in, bro. Or do whatever you do. Just allow me to choose to do what I want to do.
Right. I
Yeah,
believe
That's
man.
that's
the
all
way
I
I
ask.
believe is not one person can save this world. It's going to take everybody to unite and come together, and that's what really save it. That's been my view, and that's how I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah. Listen, man, we are uniting people one beer at a time, bro.
Right.
One
Hey,
beer at a time.
let's see that real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, I went and grabbed a beer. That's what I did when it got
Okay.
you got me going when you was talking about Kentucky bourbon. This is
Yeah.
one of my favorite beers right here.
I wish I had one just to try
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. We're gonna have to.
Yeah,
We definitely
this
gonna have to
almost
try it.
worth coming back for, man.
It'd
How
be
long you
great.
been how
What
long
now?
you been sober?
Oh, I ain't never really drank like that. Like I did when I was a teenager. But man, I probably ain't drank no alcohol in probably 5 or 6 years. You
Yeah.
know what
I'm
I
a
mean?
I'm a social drinker, but I love a good beer. Just a good tasting beer, man.
Yeah, nothing like it.
It's
I
I
never
like
been
went
a
trying
to
thing
different.
for me.
yeah, this is
It's got a pretty color.
Yeah, it does.
yeah, it's
Like an
nice,
amber
nice.
color.
And you always got to put if you're drinking a good beer, I highly recommend always put it in a glass.
Mm.
Classic. Right.
That level of carbonation really helps the flavor and helps you from being bloated. A lot of people say they get bloated from drinking beer, but
Yeah.
that's why I drink it in a glass, which kind of helps with that. But
I,
yeah,
I know
I'm a beer nerd, man. I sit here and talk your head off about beer.
I know we want to do a sit down interview with all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like a high
Would
quality
love it.
professional one. Man, it'd be great. Like it'd be hard for us to get down there to Georgia, but man, it'd be great to do it in the distillery, wouldn't it?
We would
In
love
in
to,
in the
man.
brewery.
Anytime I meet somebody or when I do stuff like this by myself, I always say you got to meet my brothers, man. You
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
meet the rest of the group. They cool. We all different. So what you get from me, you're gonna get three totally different personalities from them. Um, and we all, we work better together, like CBD and TAC. Put it
Yeah.
all together, man. It works a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna have to lock that in, man. I like I said, y'all seem like a great group of guys, man, down to earth, and the
Yeah.
interview, good flow interview, man. It would just be awesome. And then I gotta
yeah.
try the beer, man. We definitely gotta try it.
Let's do it, man. I got beer for you. I'll pick a beer for you. definitely.
Heck yeah.
So number 3, we put Nappy Roots. Number 3 for the power check this week. And
Let's do it. Thank you.
the song that we got is y'all's new song. We're gonna let everybody hear. And like I said, man, it's a great song, man. Y'all did a good job. It feels new, but it feels old. You know what I'm saying? It's
Word,
nostalgic
yeah.
feeling. You know?
Yeah. It's us not trying to sound like what's going on now.
Yeah,
It's just we can't do that, man. Like you wouldn't be interviewing us or me right now if we came out trying to sound like Lil Baby or
Right.
yeah,
trying to sound like Moneybag Yo. I love, which I'm saying them names because I love those artists, but we
Right.
wouldn't. I love that music, but I can't make that. People know
yeah,
Nappy Roots for a certain sound, so it's we learn from Outkast too. You can grow yet keep the basis of what you are. So I'm glad you like the record, man. Pink Beard, I can't say enough about this guy. I went to see him live a couple times. He is the next generation, bro. Trust me.
yeah.
He's something special.
So we're
It's
gonna go
awesome,
ahead and
man.
hit play on that thing, man. Y'all check out Nappy Roots' new song.
We ain't have a lot.
I ain't have a lot, but I had it all.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. We ain't have a lot, but we had it all. Everything seems big when the town's small. I'd rather have a drink than some Tylenol. Pour it up, what you sipping on. We can see our lives through the tail lights. We can listen to the future when the sunrise. That's just what it all sounds like. That's just what it all.
When the Lord made them country boys, you know he broke the mold. He said, let it be the greatest story never told. He said, take it around the globe and put them po folks on the map. Call them Nappy Roots, they the country boys of
They the
rap.
country boys of rap.
The small towns from
Small
Millersville to
town from
Clemson.
Millersville to Clemson.
Chattanooga, Cookville,
Chattanooga,
and Princeton.
Cookville, and Princeton.
Country boy trying to beat
Country
the
boy
system.
trying to beat
Back
the
road,
system.
you can hear
Back
us
road,
revving up our engines.
revving
Let's
up
go.
our engines.
We
Let's
ain't have
go.
a lot, but we had it all. Everything seems big when the town's small. I'd rather have a drink than some Tylenol. Pour it up, what you sipping on. We can see our lives through the tail lights. We can listen to the future when the sunrise. That's just what it all sounds like. That's just what it all.
That's just what it is.
That's just what it all.
This is my verse right here. I love
Took
it,
the
man.
road less
Took the
traveled
road
on, still
less traveled
touring,
on, still touring.
buried in the dirt, yeah,
Buried
we
in the
still
dirt,
grown.
but we still grown.
KY Colonels with some
KY
real
Colonels.
dogs, just a bunch of big fish
Bunch
in a
of big
live
fish,
pond.
live
And to a city boy, this life is real foreign. Feel like he traveled back through time in a dear Lauren.
Like a dead long.
Hey, I noticed you said just a big fish in a little pond. You had just said that a while ago. You
Right.
know?
Hey, yo, that's my brother Be Still, but that's my favorite verse right there. I love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Big Fish is on my mind.
yeah,
And if you really just listen to the words, so it's powerful. It's powerful, you know. And to me, that's going to be a classic song, another classic that'll live on, you know.
I die, don't give a what you
Thank you,
think
man.
about. Where I'm from, who I'm with,
Where
forever
I'm from,
reppin'
who
6
I'm
mile. Nappy to my roots, thank the Lord that we straight now. Yeah.
We ain't have a lot, but we had it all. Everything seems big when the town's small. I'd rather have a drink than some Tylenol. Pour it up, what you sipping on. We can see our lives through the tail lights. We can listen to the future when the sunrise.
When the sun
That's just
rises,
what it all sounds
that's just what
like.
it all.
That's just what it all. So we ain't have a lot, but we had it all. Everything seemed big
And
when
somebody
the
open
town's
the door
small.
for Cooper them.
Rather have a drink than some Tylenol. Pour it up, what you
Pull it up,
sipping
pull
on.
it up. What you
We can
sipping
see our
on?
lives through the tail
Our lives
lights.
through
We
the
can listen
tail
to the
lights.
future when the sunrise. That's just what it all sounds like. That's just what it all.
mm.
Yeah, man. That's good music. I rocks with that.
Yeah. That's
Shout
tough,
out to
man.
shout out to our producer 808 Blake. He introduced us to Pink Beard. He kept telling us, man, we got to get this guy on the record.
Yeah.
Got to get this guy on the record, and we like, okay, let's do it. You know, pink beard, okay. And we didn't know what to expect. Checked him out, man, and blew our mind. It was similar to how we met Anthony Hamilton, where he was in the car for the video shoot, and nobody introduced him to us. It's just like we're like, okay, who is this guy in the car with us? And you know, the talent spoke for itself.
Yeah.
They didn't have to say much. The talent
That's
said
usually how it
everything.
goes. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it. And then the vibe was probably right too. It just that's when
yeah,
to me that's when the best music comes out. Whenever you can really tell once you meet an artist that you're working with how the song's going to come out, just the way you click
yeah.
together. So
The
And
vibe in the studio.
so y'all come from an era where people actually got together and went to the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Other than sending it over through emails and stuff. So y'all did that with him.
we did that together. We recorded our verses at another time because that song we had for a while. We just demoed the hook, and we finally got him on it, and we was like, okay, it's a song now. And he came in the studio. He came from Birmingham to Atlanta,
Mm.
and Pink Beard showed up with the pink beard, and right away we connected. We got a leader of Jack Daniels, and I said, oh yeah, I like this guy. I like him. We went into
Yeah.
we cracked that bottle open, and we had a good time. You know, no ego. And after we went to Atlanta, Kentucky, showed him a good time, man. And he did the same thing when we went to Birmingham for a show. So
Yeah.
we family. We family now.
so
Yeah.
I got
That's
I got
nice.
a good question for you, man. So how do you feel about AI and how it's affecting the music now?
Yo, I hope some of my friends are watching because they keep sending me these songs saying like, "Yo, this is a song I just did," and I already know it's AI. I could tell by the artwork. I'm like, bro, you know I do this for a living, right? Like I make music from scratch for a living.
Yeah.
But you know, it just again, man, if that's where the river is flowing, we got to find our place in it. Or
Right.
you know, we got to find our place in it. And I don't get it. I don't. I guess it is an expression for people, but it's gonna be a problem when you could just go to your platform, streaming platform, and say, I want to hear X. You know, I want to. You type in what you want to hear, and they play a generic song as opposed to artists. You know,
Right.
and it's becoming generic. It's
Yeah.
becoming generic, and I don't like that. But for me, it's like I have to have confidence as an artist that AI can't do what I do.
Well, see, I
Right.
got this theory, right? So this is my theory because I've seen a lot change in my lifetime. I've seen it go from tapes to CDs. I've seen it go from CDs to the internet streaming. We've
Yeah.
seen DVDs get canceled. We don't have DVDs no more hardly. So, like, you see how social media is now and
Hmm.
how AI is coming in the mixture. And they're starting to mess with like VR technology and stuff. One of these days, bro, you're going to be able to put on a pair of glasses and you're going to be transported to a realistic environment where you can shop, where you can hang out, where you can work, where you can go to
Mm.
concerts. You know what I'm saying? So like they'll be able to go watch Elvis live
Live.
in the virtual world, you know what I'm saying? And it'll be cheap, you know?
I
Yeah.
can't
And,
lie. That I don't do. Let me ask you this, because the way you just described that sounds amazing. But how do you feel about that? Are
I
you
think
against that?
it sounds bad too though, bro. Like cuz how when you went from CDs like 10 bucks a pop to
Yeah.
to streaming to where you're getting 0.4 cents, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
For like a million, for like 100,000 streams or 1,000 streams, whatever.
Right.
It's gonna hurt a lot of people, and the people that's gonna win is the ones that invest in the environment. And
yeah.
like Walmart. Walmart, you're gonna be able
Right.
to go there. Amazon Prime, you're gonna be able to go there to a physical virtual
Uh,
location.
yeah.
these concert venues. You know, like they're gonna have Beyonce, her virtual self there. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think they've tried that? I feel like that kind of happened, or they attempted it,
They
and
did.
they
It
attempted that.
ain't it ain't
What
there.
did Travis Scott did a whole concert on what's the video game that all the kids played?
Roblox,
Not even the shooting one. It was real big.
Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah. Didn't he do it like a whole big Astro concert on
Something
the
like
video
that.
game?
I think he did, but the technology ain't there yet. You know what I'm
So
saying?
this
Right,
Like,
right, right.
this is how I feel about AI. AI has its benefits for certain things. If you're using it for that, to basically, if you're pitching, hey, this is my idea, I want you to put it in song form so you can see the idea, and then you
Yeah.
actually go cut the song to your liking and everything like that. That's fine. But just to throw the idea out there and say, hey, this is kind of how I envision it, so you can kind of hear where you're trying to go with it. When you
Right.
run it through Suno and all that, and you do it the legit way, that's different. But these people are actually cutting AI songs and pushing them and publishing them, and that's cool. I mean, I guess it's like
Okay.
I guess it's like there's people that support it and there's people that don't. But I do feel like that part affects music, as a whole.
Okay, I see what you're saying. If you're using it for notes or whatnot. Um,
Right.
I just I just wonder what are we trying to accomplish. But the cat's out the bag, man. The toothpaste is out the tube.
mm,
You can't put it back. Um, I just think I think thankful for us as Nappy Roots, we can do live performances, and
yeah,
we hang our hat on that. That we can hit the stage and perform and entertain, and we got a band that we're working with now. I don't think you can ever replace that.
mm,
Being at a concert with your
No.
friend, even though everything you described, Caesar, that sounds pretty cool actually, but you can never replace a live performance.
yeah.
Well,
But
let's be honest.
this with the whole Suno, I don't know much, but I just don't know what are you trying to accomplish by where are we
They're
going with this whole AI music? Where does it end?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I feel like they were trying to push it to be able to go in there and tweak things and make it perfect. But let's just be honest. There's no feeling like everybody getting together and sitting down in the studio and writing and the comprehension part of the music. There's no better feeling than that. That's what inspires you to write more music. And when you take that away, I feel like that's whenever the music becomes less, it's not going
Generic.
to reach out and
Yeah.
grab you, and that's what's
It's just
taking the life, long songs away, because it's just perfectly created. You want some kind of flaw to it, or to be able to say we got together and came together and created that.
Yeah, it made me think of the Jetsons, the old cartoon where they just like pushed the button and certain food came. I think that seems where it's heading, where you just push a certain button and a certain song comes. I
Yeah.
want to hear a song that sounds like Drake and Dead Prez. It creates a song that sounds like Drake and Dead Prez with their actual voices and everything. And I don't know what's the end game to that.
But you see
Yeah. I
this
mean, I
though, like I do graphics, right? And it's really messed with my business, bro. But when you look
Oh
at
yeah,
when you look at a graphic image made by AI, or you hear a song made by AI, there's no soul to it, bro. You know it.
right. That's what
yeah,
I.
You know,
yet.
Yeah, you're taking the soul out of it.
yeah,
But
man.
like
Like
you
you can
said,
tell though. You can tell it's AI every time. You
well,
know.
I watch YouTube and every commercial is AI people. Like I can only tell because it's really glossy and whatnot. It has a certain gloss to it.
Hmm.
But I'm like, this is early on. What happens when they figure that part out? Is where we're headed is I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The end game is gonna be something different than what it is now,
Yeah.
where you won't be able to tell the difference. Where you might hear some soul in there, I don't know. It's scary with that. So I'm just thankful that we did come out at a time where some people will always have a hard copy about music somewhere, and
Yeah.
the stuff that Quincy Jones and all of them,
Mm.
the vinyl that they listen to, bro. You go back and listen to it; it's so layered, it's so thick with sound.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes back to you saying it not having soul, the new stuff not having soul is, but maybe the kids aren't even used to hearing soul, so they're
Yeah.
okay with it. It's the flow of the river. You can get off the river if you want. You can try to flow backwards if you want, but the river is gonna flow.
Mm-hmm.
The river's gonna flow, man, and
I'm
that's
gonna
where it's flowing.
I'm gonna bring up our number 2 guy, man.
Yeah, let's hear something. 501. Where is he from?
He's from Arkansas.
Word. We hadn't heard from Arkansas, have we? As hip hop.
Yeah, man. And I tell you, bro, he is killing it in country rap right now. The guy, I made a top 100 country rap list last year, and he was at 2 million streams. Now, this year, the same time, 140 million.
What?
Yeah, man.
140 million streams?
Yeah. In a year.
Okay. He's on my radar. I'm gonna check him out ASAP. I can't wait to hear him.
So we about to play a song by him. Where's it at? It's called My Boy.
It's major. It's major.
You like that, don't you?
They say we got a problem, we making too much noise. Never turn down, tell them turn it up some more. If they got a problem, tell them bring it forward. We can get it solved and close the case on them boys. What's with all the tension, my boy? You know we ride with extensions, my boy. He's steady talking, what's the issue, my boy? Said if it's broken, I'ma fix it, my boy. Man, I'm like a wizard with that stick, Alakazam. Came up shooting 22s and coke cans. Man, I was born to hold this ratchet in my hand. Man, I was born to pull the trigger and let it blunt. See, we came from the trailer park. Ryan beat up ass Chevy full of Rello guts and darts. Couple white boys in the yard with wrenches and car parts. Still a pull a kick, don't wear nothing but Carhartt. Boy, we on big shit. Don't get your wig split. Bitch, I'm so sick, stay 6 feet for distance. You on my turf, and I'm the landlord. I have them doing dirt work for you and all them little boys. They say we got a problem, we making too much noise. Never turn down, tell them turn it up some more. If they got a problem, tell them bring it forward. We can get it solved and close the case on them boys. 501. What's with all the tension, my boy? You know we ride with extensions, my boy. He's steady talking, what's the issue, my boy? Said if it's broken, I'ma fix it, my boy. All that typing on Twitter, man, why he mad? He ain't like that in real life, just Instagram. Man, he ain't really gonna do shit, that boy just scared. He been all up in my comments, he a fan, oh my god. Boy, pull up with Fisher poles and rods. Boy, pull up with curly fries and tots. Knock the taters out your noggin and your thoughts. Swear to God, man, what's the issue? We'll pull up in our camo, can't tell who's who. Bring the smoke straight to your caboose, bitch, choo-choo. These dudes with me, they quick to blow, they got a short fuse and a couple screws loose. They say we got a problem, we making too much noise. Never turn down, tell them turn it up some more. If they got a problem, tell them bring it forward. We can get it solved and close the case on them boys. 501. What's with all the tension, my boy? You know we ride with extensions, my boy. He's steady talking, what's the issue, my boy? Said if it's broken, I'ma fix it, my boy.
He got one.
Yeah. I mean,
got one.
all his music, it's real decent. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
every one of them. You
You
know.
could tell
Yeah,
he grew up on
he
that
up
Atlanta
there.
sound for
He's in
sure.
Arkansas, so I can hear the Pooh Shiesty influence. Memphis right there by Arkansas. Um,
Yeah, definitely.
I can hear that Midwest flow. Uh, I like it. He need to call up Walker.
Yeah.
He need to call up
Yeah,
Walker because Walker down. Like Walker love helping people
yeah.
out, man. One of the most amazing dudes. He was at CMA Fest with us. He need to call Walker. Walker turn that thing to a whole nother level. But
Yeah, I like that song
I
that him
like
and
it, man.
Chase
It's
Matthews
gangster.
did.
It's country gangster. I say this. I'm from the South, from Middle Georgia,
Yeah.
and I grew up with a lot of tough white dudes. Like the white boys was tough. They did grow up in trailer parks. They were country as hell.
Mm.
And like I mean rugged, held they own and wherever. Uh, and we were friends. Like that's the cool thing. The way I grew up, we was friends. We didn't even, we couldn't go over each other's houses. It just was a lot to that. But we were friends. We rode the bus together. But I like that. I think that audience should be represented even more. The trailer park uh, white dude. I think the trailer park white dude got something to say. Eminem touched on it, but that was, that's 30 years ago. I think there's room for artists like that.
Yeah, and he up
Trailer
north.
parks,
It
man.
it's up north. Eminem, he more city than country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know there's
Okay.
country in New York though. You know, there
The
definitely
whole world is
is.
country, man.
Mm.
The
Yeah,
whole world is country. You'll be surprised. And the country has influenced the whole world in recent
right.
years.
For
Yep.
sure.
Sure.
People been listening and watching what we've been doing down in the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
But I
I
like
agree.
that. He got a future, man. I'm sure there's a
Yeah.
lane for that right there.
He's
Yeah.
definitely got a lot. I mean, a big buzz going right now. He's
I'm about to say Young Jock did the remix with him.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
dope.
yeah. They did a remix, and
Yeah,
that one.
I like the kid. That's on my radar. I'm finna throw that in when I get in the car.
He's got a solid team behind him too, man. A lot of people, leading him in the right
Man,
direction.
church.
He
Uh,
said. He said, "Man, church."
yeah. Well, I was trying to think of something to say because I had an Airbnb, um, and one of the guys who stayed in my Airbnb, man, he's the biggest church fan.
Yeah.
So he would play the music for me, and everything I heard, like. I said, "Damn, this dude's snapping. Like
Mm.
he's really snapping. Like he can rap." You know, and I liked him. I don't know a lot about him, but my guys send me videos all the time, little clips, and all I know is Upchurch at one point was like the biggest of the biggest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got over like I think it's 3.5 billion streams.
Yeah, I felt like around COVID time,
without a
maybe
label,
he
without a
was
label too.
seemed like the biggest country rapper that was in the game. That's the name I heard. He had strong views, which I actually liked about him.
Yeah.
Um, really strong views. I remember hearing there was some drama or something with him and some other artists, and that I don't like. I don't get into none of that.
Yeah, I mean,
I
a
would
lot of people.
encourage country rap to leave that out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's something we had in hip hop, and we suffered from it a lot. Beef amongst artists in the same genre. You don't have to have it, man. We lost Biggie and Pac and a lot of others. So, I would encourage country hip hop to stay away from beefs and stuff. But Upchurch, Luke, man, I from what I know, he's the biggest of the biggest.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't take that from him. No matter how you feel about him or people that don't like him, you can never take the success from someone. I feel like you
I
always
can't
gotta.
hear you, man. I
You're
can't
gonna
hear Shaun.
you're gonna have to come back in, Shaun.
All right.
I don't know why it did that because ain't nobody come in or out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like he was saying, he did all that independently, bro. You know what I mean?
Word. Oh, I didn't know that. That's another thing that I liked about him. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Independent.
like I said, a lot of people don't like him. You don't have to like him, and that's with any artist. You don't have to like them, but what they've accomplished, man, I feel like you should always respect that because that's hard work. That's
Hell
somebody
yeah.
that took time away from their family
Right.
to invest in themselves and push.
And they
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah,
Success is hard in anything you're doing in life. Success is hard. But let me ask, why don't people like them? Political views? Is
it's a
that
little bit of
seem to be the
everything.
Just
okay?
a
Yeah.
little bit of everything. You know what such and such said, what he said. You know.
It's
Yeah.
a lot.
Okay. That.
They get on
Yeah.
they rants. They get on rants. He
Oh,
rants.
okay. Okay.
You got to understand, it's the social media era, man,
Yeah,
It is. It
and
is.
these folks just they see the clicks and the what I'm saying.
Yeah,
gatekeeping.
you gotta keep it going. Like your clicks are low. Let me do something to spark it back up. And yeah, I don't know how, man, but we've just never been caught up in that.
I
We
like
Yeah,
just
that
never
though. Yeah.
had. Maybe our the height of our fame was right before that. For whatever reason, that's one of the things I'm most grateful for is that we just don't have a lot of drama.
yeah.
We just
How do you feel about like because you was popping before social media was even around. You know what I'm saying? How do
yeah.
you feel about being an artist today now that social media is there? You know what I'm saying?
You feel like it's helpful or just as much harmful as it is helpful?
Well, you talking to the guy who used to run Nappy Roots MySpace page. Um,
Man, MySpace is
so
the
I know. So I seen
damn.
it. I seen it go from this. I seen it go from message boards to MySpace.
Yeah.
Even there was when we was first coming out, websites would interview, but they would also have like message boards where people could leave a message and you could respond to it. But I don't know, man. I keep using the analogy of a river, and that's just how I view it, man. It is what we're not going backwards. Vinyl came back, but I think it came back because of the quality of the sound. And I think a lot of record players they created these nice looking ones that look good in your living room. And
Mm.
the whole but I think a lot of this stuff ain't coming back. You just got to learn how to adapt to the new
Adapt.
thing. Kind of adapt, man. But social media made a lot of people rich. Just
Yeah.
speaking on artists who got popular. But it also made a lot of people who didn't quite have the talent become successful.
Right.
And that made more people without the talent want to try it. And
Yeah.
that's like an ongoing cycle where more people who don't have any love for rapping or making music say, well, so and so didn't, and they got rich. You even had
Right.
artists, on the hip hop side saying, I ain't a rapper, I'm a game spitter, but yet they making tons of money off rap. So it just produced more people who didn't take pride in being an artist who
So
could,
Yeah.
it definitely diluted the rap game.
diluted the rap game. We
Mm.
Well,
was uploading music on MySpace. If you remember,
right. Yeah.
you could that probably was the first outlet. Of course, it was the first, real before like AOL Instant Messenger. It was after AOL Instant Messenger, but this was the first time you could upload music. I think
You,
Yeah.
where you didn't have
you
to go through anything.
you know who the first viral rapper was on there, don't you?
Soldier Boy.
Soldier
So
Boy, man.
yeah,
I
he
know
sold the most ringtones, didn't he?
Yeah.
they ranked first ringtone artist. I don't know if that's a fact, but I wouldn't argue with him.
Yeah.
I would believe it because
Well,
he was a phenomenon.
this is one thing that like I remember I started music in 2001, 2002. And I
Okay.
remember like the first time I heard a local guy rapping, I was like, where did he go record?
Right.
Because back in the day, you thought that was if somebody had a studio, that was like gold.
Gold.
And
You
you
made it.
so Jay Smooth, which he calls himself Memphis Jokes now, like they had a studio and Terror Child, all them PLP, those guys had studios. So like I really when I heard them come out and then Lil White popped out, I'm like, man, there's people that can actually really go and
Yeah.
record. So that's what kind of made me really start taking it serious.
Mm.
Nowadays, you can go on any website and just buy a studio and hop in a studio. It just makes it so easy, and it's just right
Yeah.
there, hands on. You can get a studio anywhere
And
nowadays.
buy your laptop, man. Buy your
That's it.
laptop and you got a studio. It still take work. You gotta go through, you gotta learn the shit, man. You gotta learn and keep practicing at it. You gotta fail at it a few times, but it is way different. Because when we went in the studios, it blew our mind. You had these big boards that were
Yeah,
like 15 feet wide. You had speakers in certain places, and only certain people knew how to work it.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
it was an
All
engineer,
analog. All
all
analog.
analog, bro. And you would
Analog's still the
record
best sound to me
still
personally.
the best sound, still the
Yeah,
best sound. But you can't tell younger people that who've never heard analog.
Yeah.
yeah,
They didn't get it, so they're like, "This is cool." But
yeah.
there's a difference between well mixed. I go back and listen. I listened to Scarface album the other day. Just going back, I was listening to all kind of old hip hop, and there's mixing matters.
Hmm.
Mixing and having good equipment to mix your music it does matter.
There's
Yeah.
a reason why one piece of analog equipment costs thousands of dollars to where it's just one's for like
Right.
compression, one's for you know what I mean?
You
Each
got
little plug
layers.
in, each little plug in that they would put on Pro Tools, there's a
It's a
piece of
sound.
equipment. Yeah.
Right, right. There's a whole instrument linked just to
Mm.
this whole line right here.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
And
plug-in
it
might
and it
sound
gets
good.
treated. Yeah, it gets treated solely by itself. Each sound gets treated and get nurtured by itself. That's analog, but it is what it is. Maybe an artist will say, I'm going back to that, and I'm gonna
Mm.
show everybody the difference. I'm gonna
Yeah,
show, and I think Dr. Dre may still do it. I've heard,
yeah.
years ago I heard he still using a lot of
I
analog
wouldn't be surprised.
recording. Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of guys that still use it, and that live by it. And like I said, I mean, it's preference, but you know that feeling the first time you walked in to one of those studios, you were like a kid in a candy store. You were like, you
Yeah.
couldn't wait to hear the result of the track. Can you
And
remember
it's
your first
crazy.
time ever hearing your first song recorded on a professional studio?
I recorded my first song when I was like, I think 14, but a professional studio, yeah, it was different.
It
It
was
was
crazy.
totally different. It was loud. It was crystal clear to the point. It's like, yo, I got to go re-record that. I didn't know y'all could hear everything, you
But
know. But what I do remember going to Nashville for the first time was just the pressure was on.
yeah,
It's like, yo, there's a guy who we don't even know who's recording this. He's on the clock.
It
This
was
big
expensive,
studio.
wasn't it?
It was expensive. Our A&R was there. It's like, okay, this ain't just us hanging around smoking weed doing music. This is yo, if you still writing, you need to go in the other room
right,
and
yeah,
and do that. We over here laying down verses. And when they get done, we're going to the next song.
Yeah.
But and I love that pressure. Because again, Nappy Roots was 6 members. And some songs don't have room for all 6 members.
yeah.
So it
Mm.
was like, yo, get write your verse, man, and come with it. And
Another
don't take
thing
too
though
long.
is once you're in those studios though, nothing beats the old box fan. Let's cut the fan off so it don't pick up in the studio.
Yeah.
It still
My
takes you
first
back to your
song,
roots.
my
So
first song was like 48 bars with no hook. Get me flipping through my pages out my favorite notebook. Yo, we recorded. We had our own record store in Bowling Green, Kentucky called ET's Music. Everything's tight. And it was pretty much Nappy Roots home base. And this is 97, 97. And it was our home base, but the mic was in the closet. Um, Roaches really was hanging all over the place, over the faucets and whatnot. It had a smell to it because people lived in it.
yeah,
But we, Sometimes that's what you need. You need that funk. You
Yeah,
need that edge. You need that dirty floor. Like, it can't be too clean sometimes. I've
yeah,
recorded in certain places where it just felt too clean.
yeah,
It didn't
yeah.
have the
You're right.
bounce. It didn't have the energy that we needed.
And that matters, man. Having that vibe and
That
being in the
matters.
studio and getting that feeling, that's what makes the song to me. But like just going back to the days, I had a buddy that passed away, was killed in a car wreck. But
So,
just that vibe that we had when we was in the studio, man, it's like no, even in the professional studios now. Like I go back to the times where we were sweating our ass off and had to cut the fan off and then couldn't plug too many things in because it
right.
would shut off and you lose everything. People don't
And
now artists these days. A lot of the new guys don't get to experience that. They go straight into the Apollos and the $2,000 mics and everything.
it's life changing, man. It is life changing. The heat, the sweat, just the sacrifices. Like you spending 10, 12, 14, 16 hours in these places.
Right. Yeah.
You're dedicating your life to it. And that's what we did. Those moments, you weren't getting paid for it.
Right.
But you wouldn't leave. Like I can't leave. Like I might miss a song. They might do a song when I leave that makes it.
Yeah.
So it was the dedication of, yeah, I'm sit right here and every beat you pull up, I'm gonna try to write to it.
That's how I
You
was, bro. I every time
know.
I heard a hard song, I'd be like, "What I gotta do to get on that song?" I just was a hog,
Yeah.
man. I wanted on every song that I heard that was hard.
Sharpen
That
your
was,
blade, man.
yeah. And but like I said, man, I look back on that feeling that I used to get in the studio and those memories and everything, and it'll never amount to how it feels now because the hard work leading up to it. Once you get to the point where you feel like you're not putting in as much hard work like you did
Right.
then the long nights sending out mass emails and staying up all night and everything, and now it's just all orchestrated to certain time
Yeah.
frames.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got to go with the flow though. It's get creative.
Yep, you're
It's,
right.
it's it's definitely content over music, but find a new way to do it.
Yep,
We can't make excuses. We're artists.
right.
Whatever's thrown at us, we have to turn it into art.
Yep, you're right, man. And I agree 100%. So,
Somebody said shout out to Colt Ford. Colt Ford, that's the big homie too, man. We did a dope country rap song. It feel weird saying country rap for real. It's just rap to me. Like
right.
but we did a song with Colt Ford and that's another record that lets people know we've been in this lane for a long time.
Yeah. How was that experience? Was that
Man. Colt Ford is a great dude. He's a really cool dude. He invited us up to Athens. We had a lake party. We shot the video. It was on the lake. We came up the day before, I think, and we supposed to got rest for the video shoot. We didn't. We partied all night. So I woke up hammered. I woke up hammered. One of those days when you wake up drunk. And the whole video shoot was a party for me. It was
man?
just a party. We on the lake. We with Colt Ford, and this record did good. It's called "Waste Some Time," and we just hung out on the lake,
Yeah.
drunk beer, kicked it in Athens, Georgia. Came out
Heck
pretty
yeah.
good too.
Heck yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you want to run that last one and we can wrap up. Well, I mean, a couple more questions. We can wrap it up. And
Is there anything you would like to tell the people or let them know?
Man, check out nappyroots.com. All social media, check out, search Nappy Roots. We got tour dates. I'm not sure where everybody's at, but hopefully we're coming soon. We got shows in Kentucky, the Midwest. Just check us out, man. Stay tuned with Nappy Roots. Won't ask for a lot of your time, but when you get a minute, check out the new song. We ain't have a lot, and check out Atlanta, Kentucky if you're in Atlanta for sure. Definitely.
We
Yeah,
definitely gonna have to come check that out for sure.
man. And
Yeah.
also, anytime y'all got a show, send me the flyer, and I'll make a
Okay.
video on Country Rap News about it.
I would love that, man. I
You know,
appreciate you. All the help we can get. We've been independent since 2006. We made our biggest record in 2008 called Good Day. You know, that has been a blessing for Nappy Roots. And we enjoying the moment, man. I turned 50 this year,
mm.
you know, and I'm proud of that. I'm happy about it. I get to see 50 and still doing what I love.
You don't
Yeah.
even look 50, brother. You look
Thank
like
you,
you about
Tom.
as old as me, man. I'm 30, 36.
That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. It's good beer, maybe. I don't know what it is.
That's what
Where
it
are
is.
y'all at? Cause I wanna hang out, man. When we
So,
I'm in West Tennessee.
and I'm in
West Tennessee,
Bardstown, Kentucky.
Bardstown.
I'm
That's easy. I'm
Yeah,
coming to Shelbyville, I think, and Nicholasville, Kentucky. But now is that Johnson City? How far are you from there?
not
it's about an hour and 30, 2 hours from Bowling Green, I think.
yeah.
Johnson City?
No, Bardstown is.
Oh, well, I know where you at, but Shaun, you
I'm
said
I'm
West Tennessee?
I'm about an hour north of Memphis.
Okay, you far east. All right, well, shoot, man. If we up in Memphis or Arkansas, I
Definitely.
definitely got to hit you up, and I'll be in Kentucky soon, man. I know where Bardstown is at.
Yeah, I'm not
Bourbon
far from
Trail.
Nashville either. So
Yeah.
y'all come to Nashville.
Okay.
I think y'all. I spoke to, I guess that's y'all's PR lady.
Yeah, Megan. Shout
Yeah,
out to
Megan.
Megan.
Yeah, shout out to her too, man. She's been on it, man. Me and her have been back and forth, and uh,
Dope. She's great.
we talked about October, I believe. So maybe we can line some up in October for
Yeah,
the
and real
interview.
quick,
Yeah.
somebody just posted on. We'll be in Virginia as well on August 8th. If anybody out there in Keeling, Virginia. Yeah, it should be a fun. That's like it may be some country dirt road type thing to it. Just if it's Nappy Roots, you're welcome. You're welcome to come. Like our shows are for everybody,
That's awesome, man. Yeah, we definitely have to link in. We might even come down to Georgia. You never know. Come down there.
bro. I got a beer for you if you do
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
That's beer on
Come down
me.
there, shoot that interview, man. That would be a good spot to do it for sure. It puts you
Let's
in your
do it.
comfort zone.
All right, let's make it happen.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Caesar, you got anything left?
We got one
Uh
more record, right? Or do
Yeah, we got that last one.
oh yeah, we got to play Up Churches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We never
gotta
played it.
hear that.
So
right.
this is his newest one. You know, he be singing, he be rapping. This one's more of like a singing one. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right.
This is his newest one he put out.
How many heartbreaks can my heart take? How many heartbreaks can my heart take? How many heartbreaks can my heart take? Why they wanna smash me like guitars on stage? Let them spin a rumor like a song I made. Heartstrings bent, but I like it that way. Lot of heartbreak. Why they wanna smash me like guitars on stage? Teardrops on the Martin, but my tune don't change. Heartstrings bent, but I like it that way. And I've been broken more than most. I'm surprised I got a post. My double payment triple broke. Now my smile to me's a cloak. They just wanted me to croak. Now I'm rogue zombie mode with my chest a mitten glow. Neon that I be on is a color nobody knows. And the spirit in the lyrics that I speak won't decompose. Let the damage be the canvas every time I got a cold. Miss me with the scope and hit along the league, got all the hoes. Superman the sadness, take all the shots that you can. Plug my hoes with fingers that are leaking while I stand. To the microphone records my very last breath. To the cadence of the bullets flying by from evil. How many heartbreaks can my heart take? Why they wanna smash me like guitars on stage? Let them spin a rumor like a song I made. Heartstrings bent, but I like it that way. pulling strings on a heart that never sings. Leave me silence. Beauty is the noise of a master artist when they dying. Nobody buying a sign in true defiance. So shine that's arising from the notes made of gold. Heard when guitars crying. Turn the teardrops to rain. Hurricanes of nature's way of slinging the soul in pain. But my studio was great. Picture perfect with no frame. Blood of passion as a pain. What's a heart without a ray? Can't have love without the hate. They want me dead right now, but I dream I make a nightmare in the days. And everybody in a daze right now. Hopefully this is a phase right now. Cause the song that plays right now was the same on doubt. And the world needs a change, so let me say it loud. How many heartbreaks can my heart take? Why they wanna smash me like guitars on stage? Let them spin around me like a song I made. Heartstrings bent, but I like a dead weight. Lot of heartbreak, heartbreak. Why they wanna smash me like guitars on stage? Teardrops on the mountain, but my tune don't change. Heartstrings bent, but I like a dead weight.
Like that hook. I mean, the heartbreaks can my heart take? Damn, I wish I'd have wrote that. I like that. Yeah, man. Shout out to Up Church. Keep spitting your soul, man.
Now, he does a
Y-
big variety of stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I see that. I see. Yeah, I like him, man. Where is he from?
he's from
Cheatham County.
yeah, Cheatham County, Tennessee, Ashland
Tennessee.
City.
Okay, yeah, man. I love it, man. Any artist you played who was tuned in, we collabing, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're at that point as artists where I don't see any reason why we shouldn't work together.
Yeah, I
You
like
know,
seeing it, man. I'm for real. I really like seeing it. I think that's what the genre needs, man. Just everybody getting back to that, that family vibe and working together, man. I preach it every
yeah,
day, just about. I feel like that's how it was when country rap genre really just started popping off and taking off to become that like you say country rap. It was that family vibe, everybody worked together.
yeah, yeah. And it's different kinds of country, man. It's
Yeah,
trailer park, it's
yeah,
farm, it's southern country.
right,
Gold teeth. Riding in the old schools. All of that is country. What we was called country.
right,
When hip hop, when East Coast hip hop was at its peak, we were called country. People
right,
laughed at us how we talked, and and here we are now. The way we
right,
talk is cool. A lot of
Yeah.
it's just our accents, our way we dressed, the way we drove our cars, everything. It was
right.
it was laughed at the time. We
Right
was
now they
told
make
y'all,
it cool, and it's
yeah,
like a lot of people. That's what irritates me because a lot of people they label country as one little. You got to wear
nah,
these certain type of boots and all that.
no,
It's not that, man. It's in you. It's inside of
yeah,
you, and it's from your look. It's usually a small, tight knit group of like a community that just bonds together
yeah,
and you might have to drive an hour for the biggest clothing store or something that
right.
you
I,
don't
I li-
experience everything.
Yeah, I say rural America. It's more
Right.
about rural America. You got suburban America, which I love. I actually live in the city now.
Yeah.
And I love it. I can't see myself living anywhere else for a while. But I'm from the country. I'm from rural area where
Right. Yeah.
one high school in my hometown, 25 liquor stores. I'm from that place, so I know the beauty of it. And
Yeah.
it's
Right.
just you, and those two things are divided in America. You could look at the polling results. The city is separated from the rural areas, and that doesn't have to be like that. There's something to learn from both parties. And
Right. I feel like in that when you're in that area, when you're there, like everybody in that whole I mean, if you live in the country or a rural area, everybody's rode a back road and just jammed some music or partied on a field row or in a field or something of that nature because that's all you got.
bro, If
and
you've
that's
never done that, if you've never just rode a country road, you are doing yourself a disservice.
yeah,
Like
you're
Yeah.
right.
I mean, if you just had like if you're riding anytime you're riding down the interstate or one day you're on vacation with your family and there's traffic is stopped, just get off the exit, man, and take the back road route. You got
Mm,
GPS now. Just get off the exit and ride alongside the highway.
yeah.
Man, you will see some stuff, dog.
You're
It will
right, man.
change your perspective on life for
It's
real.
sad how there ain't even that many dirt roads anymore. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
yeah, you
Yeah,
won't find that many dirt. You gotta know where you at to get on. Now, if
Yeah.
you're on a dirt road, you need to know where you at.
So
Like,
where I'm from in Dublin, Georgia, there was so many dirt
yeah,
roads. You know what I mean? And I used to love it, bro. Like when I was a teenager, we would drive around and burn. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
and just drive the dirt roads with our friends. You know what I
that's where we
mean?
love
dodged
it.
12, man. That's what you stayed out the way. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Nowadays they done got slick and smart on you, but I mean, still, it ain't nothing like hitting the back row, man. I mean, like I said, that's where I've said it before. That's where I dealt with my first heartbreak, man. Ride the
yeah,
back road and just get your mind right, you know?
Like
yeah.
I fought so many times on a dirt road.
On a dirt road.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Why not? That's the place. Like, I love it. That was our entertainment. The people
Mm,
who I went to hang out with lived down a dirt road. You
right.
is just you was detached from so many things. It was just you and your friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
You had the privacy. You didn't have phones. You was
Hmm.
The
just
balls,
that's
none
all
of
you
that, you
had.
know?
You hung out in parking lots. You hung out wherever you could
Yeah,
just to, entertain yourself. And it was
yeah,
simple and slower life. A
yeah,
lot simple and slower.
You ever party in a field?
Love it.
You
Love it,
did
man.
you
Yeah.
done that?
I've done
oh
it
yeah,
as an adult. I've done it as a kid. We had a big field in the back of our house. Uh, well, I've done it more as an adult because I didn't party much as a kid. But
Yeah.
as an adult, hell yeah, the best parties uh, out in the field, definitely.
yeah, you're right. I mean,
Tents, I've stayed in tents, not knowing where I was when I woke up, but it's a lot of fun. I've had my share of fun touring with Nappy Roots.
a lot
I
of
Yeah.
definitely
times
can say
woke
that.
up and didn't know how you got home many times, you know?
Oh man,
Just
that's
blessed to
yes.
get there.
So many times. I'm fortunate I lived through it.
Yeah,
I
same
got a
here,
story to
same here.
tell.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on, man. Taking time for
Yeah.
real. Like it
Thank y'all,
means the
brothers,
world,
man.
and it's cool to actually finally meet you. And you know, as a kid growing up and hearing the music, man, it's just it's that fan always lives inside of you, especially when you love music.
Mm.
You know, so
Appreciate it. Yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's
just good to
true.
meet you, man. We definitely got to lock in and drink a beer and talk about some stuff.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
do it, man.
To me, listening to y'all songs that y'all made back then is like me cutting on fucking Nickelodeon. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
just like taking me back. It's like
Okay.
me remembering how WWF attitude was. You know what I'm saying? Like
Got you. Got you.
Yeah, I'm
you
Yeah.
definitely
guys,
excited to see the new y'all and see what y'all got in store, man. It's
yeah.
That's
exciting,
what's up.
I can't say that I
Great,
don't. It
man.
don't take me back though. It's always going to take me back to those days.
Mm.
But I'm glad that y'all are bringing a new side and doing but keeping your values that y'all always stood on. It's just good to see.
Got you. Yeah, because you can never replace those days. That
Right,
Mm-mm.
when those days are like first impressions. We
right.
can never do them again. We got to cherish them and see what's left. You know what I mean? See what's left in this world for us.
Well, y'all
Yeah,
definitely
man.
left a good impression that'll last. It's part of my childhood and it'll continue lasting on. So, y'all definitely
Thank
touched.
you.
I'm sure there's millions of people that would say the same thing, and
Mm.
that's
Appreciate
got
it.
to be a good feeling, man. It really does.
I appreciate you. It is. It is. I'm grateful, man. I'm very grateful.
Yep.
Thank y'all, brothers, for having me.
Yep.
Thank y'all for having interest in Nappy Roots, man. That means
Yes,
a lot.
sir.
Always, man. Appreciate you coming on again, and we'll be in touch.
Man, I appreciate y'all. We having that beard, man. Megan got your info.
Yeah.
We gonna hang out, bro. I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Keep it nappy.
Yes, sir.
Peace.